And talking about shy, let's talk about camera shy.
Camera shy. Okay, obviously it's not either one of us because we're very much in front, sharing with you guys on the story. Why we're bringing that up is because we're going to be talking about the world of photography now. As what Brendon was mentioning earlier in the show, everyone out there, with the advancements of technology, just having this device in your hand, everybody somehow declares that they are a photographer. Like as simple as just click and point and shoot and whatnot.
Exactly.
But we want to dive in a bit deeper, really understand the works of how a photographer really is and what kind of different scenarios or different lifestyles of photography there is out there.
No pun intended, huh? Dive deep into the waters.
Dive deep into.
Because we actually got an underwater photographer.
We do. Yes. We actually do.
Of course, and joining us via Google Meet, please welcome on the show, we've got Nurul Yazid. Hello, Nurul Yazid.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Yes, thank you. You're with us. We have Nurul Yazid online together with us, but in the studio we have Mohan Raj Nair, who is a wildlife photographer. Thank you so much for both of you for joining us onto the show. But we do want to go on to the ladies first, lah.
Sure.
I hope you don't mind. Right? So we want to go directly to Nurul first. Nurul, when we talk about underwater photography, it is somewhat very unique and somewhat very, it's something that you don't listen or you hear much often. But you personally, how did it come about for you? How did you, again, pun intended, diving into this particular hobby and career of yours?
Well, I've always been a water baby.
Okay.
Learned to swim at a young age. Started snorkeling when I was 5 with my parents. And when kids my age, in school, they want to be a doctor, a lawyer. I wanted to be a dolphin trainer.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, I've always been different. And, but, coming from an Asian family with Asian parents, you have to take the normal route, right? So I ended up getting a corporate job. I followed what my parents wanted me to do. And then at some point, I decided I can't do this anymore. So I packed my bags, moved to an island, and decided to become a dive instructor.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And then from there, you see amazing things. You come back and you tell people, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Nobody believes you. So I started with a small compact camera that I could put in my pocket just to show people what I saw.
Okay.
Right.
And then, then of course, the passion deepens, and then over the years the camera gets bigger and bigger. You spend more money, you get flashes. I started buying all kinds of things, and the spending never stops. That's the curse of the photographer.
Yeah.
Nice. It's funny how not funny, it's really cool, by the way, how you mentioned that you have like that small little compact camera moving around, because right here in the studio, Mohan's got a huge camera to show us. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right in front of us, as you can see. I mean, the machine itself is a standard size, but the lens is quite long. I guess these are the kind of equipments that you specifically need should you want to go into the wilderness shooting your type of photography, boy.
Yeah, of course. I'm using this type of a lens to using a wildlife photography. I have 2 lens of type. One prime lens is a fixed zoom, and this is a zoom lens. You can close up and wide angle also.
Yes, because he got this idea of being up close and personal with a tiger. I told him, no way you're going to do that with a compact camera. You need something that's longer so you can actually shoot from a distance, right? What about you? How did it all start?
So were you brought up in a jungle?
Yeah, no.
No, I'm kidding, sorry.
I'm not brought up in jungle. The season of COVID time, I was stuck in Singapore.
Right.
I cannot come out to Malaysia.
Okay.
I don't know what to do that time. I'm just take my camera, take a pictures. I'm stuck that way only. Do the street photography. And one day I was sitting in the garden. I saw the squirrel. It's run here and there, and I was trying to capture the squirrel. Once I capture, it's look beautiful. It's make me to do more and go into the bird photography.
Right.
Then I brought this lens. I'm do some research about the wildlife photography, and I'm doing the wildlife photography from there.
Right. And it has been great for the longest time since before COVID, right?
Yes.
Good stuff for finding your hobby and how you make it professional. Now, Nurul, coming back to you, right? You mentioned that you are a diver, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so do you need license to be an underwater photographer?
Oh, yes, definitely. You need a license.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So you can't just, I mean, a layman such as myself or Brendon, we can't just go and shoot underwater as easy as that?
You can, if you can hold your breath that long.
Okay, all right.
Mio here looks like a dolphin, so I'm sure it's okay.
Okay, all right. So share with us. I mean, like, you know, having a license obviously is very, very important as part of your job and your career and your passion as well, Nurul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need a license because some of the things, I shoot sharks, for example.
Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
wildlife photographer. I shoot sharks, dolphins, and sometimes the sharks are at 30 meters, sometimes they're at 20, so you need scuba tank for that.
Right.
And of course, you need to be able to control yourself underwater because, you know, the fish, they're fast, and you need to be able to swim and maneuver without having to think about your breathing and not crashing into corals. You need to be able to do things spontaneously. So you have to be a good diver
Okay.
All right.
to be able to take photos, yeah.
Yeah, so those are the challenges that you're talking about, and we'll come to that shortly. But what are we watching right now? Are these all your shots?
Yes, these are all my shots, yeah.
Wow, lovely. It's like you're literally watching a movie right now from a you know, blockbuster filmmaker, those kind of things. But this is actually coming from a local person, yourself, Nurul. This is quite astounding. It's magnificent, the beautiness that you are able to actually capture. And like for these kind of videos and photos, Nurul, how difficult was it for you to capture these moments?
Well, you have to plan your shots. You know, you need to know where. The thing about diving is there are areas and seasons for everything.
Okay.
So, example, to see whale sharks, you know, in January, February, you get the most of it in this part of Indonesia. So you go there to shoot them.
Yeah.
So you have to plan when to go, and then you just go down and wait. There's a lot of waiting, a lot of being patient underwater.
Yeah.
Right,
All right.
right. Okay, that's great to hear. But Nurul, we'll come back to you with regards to the challenges
Okay.
you as an underwater photographer, so that those who are watching at home who inspires themselves to be one, to be you.
Yeah.
Would actually know what to look out for. Mohan, let me just ask you one question. How well do you know your camera? And do you think that this is sufficient enough for you to shoot wildlife photography?
So far now, but in the future, it's not enough for
Okay.
me.
How is it not enough?
Yeah.
Because I need some good. This is a DSLR camera.
Correct.
So I need some more speed and more price nicely on camera. This one is not capability to capture all the way. It's not. You can get a sharp picture also with this lens.
Right.
So this is so far for me practice. I'm in the practice.
He is practicing with a professional camera.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. No, because as you can see on the screen as well, these are the footages or shots that has been taken by Mohan. It's also very, very beautiful. The fact that it's not underwater, it's now on
land.
on land. But the differentiation in regards of when you take a photo, it's not just about just snapping. It's about movement. It's about lighting. All plays a part,
Yes,
right?
yes, of course. The timing is the most important.
Exactly.
Share with us. What do you mean by timing?
The timing is very important. Whatever you do, you're hungry, very hot the season, raining, whatever. You need the timing for the shot.
Right.
You miss the timing, all gone.
There goes your whole day.
Whole day. You waiting whole day, you miss the timing, all gone. You have to back to home.
See, that's very interesting. When you shoot on land, you need to take into consideration with regards to the perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to underwater, I wonder if there's such thing as a perfect time, Nurul.
Yes, there is, because we have underwater currents.
Right.
So if you don't time the moon and the gravitational pull, then you might go down and the current is insanely strong. It's not diveable.
My gosh.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you go down when there's no current, you don't see any fish, no sharks, nothing. They don't like it when there's no current.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, the fish can be quite picky, isn't it? The wildlife, underwater can be quite picky as well. Yeah, because again, you're in their environment. You need to respect them because, again, that's where you get the beauty shots. That's where you get how it's meant to be in regards of, the underwater world in such a way. Obviously, when it comes to you also, Mohan, when you talk about online, when you go into the woods, when you capture all those kind of shots, again, it could be a snake. We saw earlier, it was, you took pictures of snakes, birds and whatnot. What has been your favorite shot when it comes to, your career, what you do? What's your favorite shot?
All the picture is my favorite shot.
Nice. Nice.
It's not a specific mark or anything. All the picture, all the posting, which I'm going to see, everything is going to be future. Everything is a favorite shot for me.
Right. So you mentioned that it's all your favorite shots, right? There are many others out there who are also just like you. But how do you give it like an extra flair to it? A Mohan touch. How is it different than the rest?
How is it different than Brendon
the
taking
other
his
pictures,
phone
yeah.
and shooting a photo?
My one is I'm follow my passion. I'm taking time to go do this. I'm not going to the small subject and pictures.
Right.
I'm going to do the big birds and like elephant. I'm going to take some more risks in the wildlife photography.
Right.
Yeah. So recently I took a picture elephant photography in Kahang forest.
Right.
Oh.
Going through the forest, around 50 meter into the forest.
50 meters?
50 meter in. More, less than 1 kilometer.
Right.
We walked in through the forest. I took all the wild elephant.
Right.
Wow. Right. And this is all in our backyard in Malaysia?
Yeah, in Malaysia, Kahang.
In
After
Kahang.
Kluang, you go into the Kahang. You get the forest.
It's so obvious we have not been there.
No, yeah, I mean, the fact that we had to ask him, obviously, we have not been there. So these are the kind of places that you do want to, you get your best shots in because you want to capture the wildlife
Yes,
like an
yes,
elephant,
yes,
right?
yes.
Right. Nice, nice.
And Nurul, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, the fact that for Mohan, he's able to actually capture all this beautiness in Malaysia. So what about you? I mean, like, did you have to go to another country, for instance, or the Maldives or wherever else? Or is it enough that you can get all of this in Malaysia?
Yeah.
Nurul?
Okay, the diving in Malaysia is not bad. It's still good, but because I like to shoot sharks and specific subjects, so I spend a lot of time overseas actually.
Right.
Okay. And where is the best place for you to dive and shoot?
For me right now, it's Indonesia. The likes of in the end of Indonesia, in Papua, you have the Raja Ampat, Komodo, Triton Bay.
All right.
So those are the places that you go, Nurul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Nurul, you know what? Let's talk about the experiences and all that. So we're going to come back to you, Mohan, but we're going to start with Nurul first. Nurul, you've mentioned many obstacles that you have encountered, challenges, etc. You're talking about water currents, and you just mentioned timing and all that. Let's talk about your most challenging experience. I'm sure there is not just one, but probably many. Talk to us about it.
I can tell you about something that happened to me a few months ago. I was in Bandar C. I was photographing hundreds and hundreds of hammerhead sharks.
Ooh. How was that a
So
challenge?
we had to go. Sorry?
How was that a challenge? Were they were they scary or did they harm you in any way, or how was it then, the experience?
No. They were not scary at all. They were scared of us. The challenge was they were so shy, and we kept jumping in at different times of the day. We tried 5 a.m. Okay, let's try 6 a.m. tomorrow. Let's try 5 p.m. So for 10 days, we kept trying to go in different times to get the big school.
Right.
Right. Wow.
We would see 50 or 80, but we wanted the big school of 200s.
Right.
Wow. 200. And did you manage to get that shot, right?
Yeah, in the end, yes, we managed to get it.
All right.
But after lots and lots of dives,
Right. So that would be the most challenging experience for you so far, or maybe there's one that you have yet to mention.
Well, there's a lot. I was in the Bahamas, and there were lots and lots of sharks. So I was around 50 sharks.
Wow. Were you in the cage when you took the shots, or were you
No.
free diving
I was
as well?
freely swimming.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's her passion, Brendon, right? It's your passion, right?
So your challenges would basically be swimming around the sharks most of the time.
Actually, that wasn't so much the challenge. The challenge was to get them to face me, to come close to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We definitely need to
And they're
teach.
very shy.
Yeah, we need to teach the fish, to take a selfie, make sure they look in the camera, they don't move around a lot as much.
Me or you go down.
Yeah, I need to have a chat with the sharks. What about you, Mohan? Is it as difficult as that? Staying out for a number of days, so many times, just to get that shot of the elephant that you were talking about?
Yeah. For the elephant only, I took a long time to take a picture because I can't locate the location. I can't track the elephant where the forest elephants walk around.
Right.
I just took a video, just posted. I going to ask people. And any cinema shop asked the people, any elephant walk around, they show, they walk around here. I'm waiting the whole day, no anything. The second day I go again, no anything.
Right.
So continue, there's a guy is help me. Inside the kampong area, the guy is help me. The guy say inside the forest you have to go deep inside.
Right.
But is it dangerous though?
Yeah, of course, it's dangerous, but I need to take a risky to have to take some captures. Means it's a wild elephants. You want to take some good captures. Elephant is a fighting. I took the video.
Right.
Two elephant is a fighting. I took the video. It's challenging and it's a good experience to me because I want to show the most beautiful pictures and birds, wild elephant of the Malaysia to the people.
If there's one thing that I'm getting from this interview so far is that Mohan and Nurul, y'all are so brave.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing this.
Yeah.
Right, no chance if it was both.
No, even if you go to a zoo, Brendon, you'll be
I would
standing
get
like at
scared.
least 20 meters away from the rails even. I mean, like, we're that scared. But again, it takes a lot of passion and a lot of interest in this.
Yeah.
Granted, you've only started for not such a long time, like you said, while you were trapped up during PKP, during MCO.
Yeah.
But maybe, like, to again, like you said, you're not even fully equipped with all of the latest devices and whatnot. It is very expensive for a newcomer to invest into this kind of hobby and career, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not so much. They need passion to start. That's
Right.
all.
Okay.
If they count money to start, they can't start.
Okay.
Because first time I buy body only.
Right.
Okay.
Then 1 month later, then only I'm going to buy a lens.
The lens,
The 1
okay.
month I take time to research about the wildlife photography.
Right.
Then I go because I'm not study about the photography.
Right.
It's my experience. I get the people from experience. They teach me.
Right.
Then how I get the experience, how I control the camera.
Right.
I learn the timing and the weather condition, everything. This is all how I'm taking to get the study from people.
Okay, you know what? I have to ask something that's maybe a little bit weird, but if I don't
It's always
ask
weird
this,
when it comes from you anyway.
Yeah,
So.
right? But if I don't ask this, Nurul and Mohan, then I'll probably just carry it with me forever and ever. Being a wildlife photographer, being an underwater photographer, let's talk about the diet that you are supposed to be into or supposed to take, right? Because apparently, if you eat certain food, you might have that certain order, and therefore it would jeopardize the whole experience. Being a photographer of your nature, right?
Yeah.
So, does it matter based on whatever that you can eat or whatsoever?
You mean I earn money from this
No,
photography?
like when you eat.
No,
For
when you
example,
eat.
if
Like
there's
if you eat more patai, for
and then
instance,
you
or
have
you
that
eat,
sense
you
where
have
the
that
animals
sense.
will just run away from you. Is there such thing?
It's not such like that. I'm not sure like that.
Okay,
In
cool.
wildlife
So-
photography, it's not like that because when you're going to elephant photography, over there you eat the banana, the elephant looked at you.
Because the elephant.
You need to avoid the banana in front of the elephant.
Right. No wonder. Mio is always looking at me when I'm eating banana.
Okay.
So all this, the timing is important.
Very important. But what about you, Nurul? I mean, do you not eat shellfish before you take a dive and shoot all the sharks outside, according to Brendon?
No, actually, it doesn't matter what you eat.
Okay.
I don't think the fish can smell the patai on our breath when we go underwater.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do want to ask, because we did ask Mohan about the investment when it comes to his gadgets and his gizmos and whatnot. But for you yourself, it's something that is not cheap as well, isn't it? I mean, apart from your traveling, of course, going to the Bahamas. Again. But your equipment, share with us. I mean, like, it definitely took you a bit of a time for you to invest yourself in regards of the equipment.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because you need, with land photography, you buy the camera and the lens and you're good. But for underwater photography, we need to house the camera to make sure that it doesn't flood or leak. And then you need to get the ports. And because it's a bit dark underwater, so we also need to buy external flashes.
Okay.
So it definitely costs a lot more than land photography.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. Wow, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's Nemo right there.
I need a new wallpaper for my phone.
Yeah, we can take it off, Nurul, as well as Mohan. I mean, like, they are fantastic photos, and you can see the amount of detail that is being put into it. But one thing I do want to ask both of you, let's go to Nurul first. Mohan, you keep your answer first. Nurul, the photos that you took, the videos that you took, how much of it is Photoshop?
So videos, I don't Photoshop my videos. I just edit it to clip it side by side.
Okay.
I'm using a great camera that does great white balance and everything. So if I get it right, it's easy. I don't have to do anything.
Right.
For photos, I shoot in RAW. So there is a little bit of editing done. Yeah,
All right.
not so much.
Not so much. Same case with you as well, Mohan?
Same, because you're going to edit so much, the beauty of the picture is gone.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately we're running out of time, but before that, before we go, if there's one thing, photography in your nature, Mohan, and also Nurul, let's start with Mohan first. What does wildlife photography teaches you?
Patient.
Patience.
Yeah, patience.
Okay.
Patient. You need to be patient.
Because I learned from photography, it will be to help to my personal life also.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's a good one.
I mean, that's a very good answer.
Back.
So,
Yeah.
Nurul, you cannot steal Mohan's answer. What about you? What does underwater photography had taught you so far in moving forward?
Okay, he stole my answer, but
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'll say, seize whatever opportunity you have, because you never know if that opportunity might come back to you, and that can also relate to real life. I apply that to real life right now. Any opportunity, just take it.
Exactly.
Nice, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
Nurul,
Yeah.
final words. What do you tell to the viewers at home who wants to be like Nurul, to be a photographer underwater?
Yep.
Just do it. Grab a camera and just start shooting.
Nice.
Grab a camera and just start shooting. As simple as that. Okay, now Mohan, same question to you. You cannot steal Nurul's answer. What would your wish or your words be to our fellow audience who wants to take up photography?
Always I mention one time only, just follow your passion, they will be bringing you right place.
Right.
Follow your passion,
there
it
you
will
have
bring
it.
you to the
Just
right place.
as simple as that. And you know what, Mohan Raj Nair, wildlife photographer, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for the
And also we've got Nurul Yazid, who is an underwater photographer as well. Thank you so much
Thank
for being
you
on the
so
show,
much.
Nurul. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Before we go, right, I just
Yep.
wanted to add this, if Mohan, Mohan, if you're still with us, right?
right, what you wanna
Because
add?
Our bosses calls us animals. Yeah, so if
No,
you want to
but
take
they call
photos
you.
of us,
They call you.
You can take photos of us, just so you know. Can. Anyways, thank you again once
Thanks,
again,
Mohan. Thank you,
Thank you
Nurul,
so
for
much.
coming onto the show.